The Kansas City Chiefs are in a great spot right now. They're so close to making history with a chance for a three-peat. In my opinion, they couldn't ask for a better position. I know a lot of people fear Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, but when you look at Patrick Mahomes and his playoff record against Buffalo, it's clear. The Bills just can't seem to beat them. Sure, Buffalo's due for a win, but let's be real. They're a team that's always so close yet never gets the happy ending. It's hard to imagine seeing the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Honestly, as a Chiefs fan, the thought is a nightmare. If that ever happens, I might just take a break from posting for the rest of the year. Sorry in advance, y'all. But really, it's tough to see how the Bills could pull this off. But this video isn't just about my opinion. Let's dive into the facts. One big reason the Chiefs have such a strong chance at the three-peat is Travis Kelce's dominance in the postseason. He's been nothing short of amazing. In the playoffs, his 90.7 PFF receiving grade is second best among 74 players. That's elite-level production. Since 2022, Kelce has averaged 2.53 receiving yards per route run in the playoffs, which matches Justin Jefferson's stats in the regular season. So, yeah, Kelce is a total beast and shows up big time in the playoffs. Even though some people have questioned Kelce during the regular season, saying he's not the same, the numbers don't lie. He's still a monster when it matters most. But then, Travis Kelce bounced back to his best in the divisional round against the Houston Texans. He earned a 91.1 PFF receiving grade, the highest of all players that weekend. He had 7 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown, showing once again that he's on another level compared to other tight ends in the playoffs. Since Patrick Mahomes became the Chiefs' starting quarterback in 2018, Kelce has racked up 1,727 receiving yards in the playoffs. Only Tyreek Hill has more than 1,000 playoff receiving yards, with 1,098. Kelce has also caught 19 touchdowns in the playoffs since 2018, and no one else has even caught more than 6. Travis Kelce is a straight-up monster. His performance is a huge problem for every other NFL team in the playoffs, because when he plays at this level, it can completely change the game for the Chiefs. The Chiefs always play their best when Kelce shows up, and if he keeps bringing this kind of game, they've got a real shot at the historic three-peat they're chasing. In sports, a three-peat is rare. The NBA has seen it twice, once with Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Lakers in 2000, 2001, and 2002, and again with the Chicago Bulls winning 3 straight titles in both 1991 to 1993 and 1996 to 1998. This would be the first time in NFL history if the Chiefs pull it off. I've been saying for a while now that Patrick Mahomes is going to lead the Chiefs to a three-peat. After that, there might be a slight drop-off, but I think he'll be back for another three-peat, solidifying himself as the Michael Jordan of the NFL. That's my opinion, but not everyone might agree with me on that. In the NBA, the Boston Celtics won 8 straight championships from 1959 to 1966. The WNBA hasn't had a three-peat yet, but the Las Vegas Aces were close. They lost in the semifinals, though. As for Major League Baseball, the New York Yankees have won 3 consecutive championships 3 times, which is something I'm proud of since I'm from New York. But despite my loyalty to the Yankees, I'm also a huge Chiefs fan. The Oakland Athletics also had a three-peat, and in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs and Montreal Canadiens each did it twice, while the New York Islanders had one too. But in the NFL, no team has ever pulled off a three-peat. When you look at other sports, the idea of a three-peat has happened quite a bit. The Houston Comets, in women's basketball, the New York Yankees, and the Oakland Athletics in MLB, as well as college basketball from 1996 to 1973. They all had their versions of a three-peat. So, every major sport has seen a team win 3 championships in a row, except for the NFL. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills might be due for a win, but the NFL is also due for a three-peat. I'm not saying it's rigged, but you can't ignore the fact that the NFL might want to see this happen. They need a three-peat, and it could be exactly what we're about to see with the Chiefs. Now, I hope some of y'all didn't click off this video just because I brought up other sports. I'm just giving you the bigger picture to show how rare and special a three-peat is. It's happened in so many other sports, so why not in the NFL? A lot of people say the chances of a three-peat are 1 in 1,231 and that it's a miracle. But I don't see it that way. It's not a miracle. People are acting like it's impossible, but it's not. The Chiefs just need to beat the Bills and then take down whoever they face in the Super Bowl. How is that a miracle? I'm not trying to get worked up, but how could you even say that? I truly believe the Chiefs are going to do it. They're going to win the Super Bowl again. Patrick Mahomes knows exactly what's at stake. The Chiefs are a very strong team, and everyone knows it. Some people don't want to admit it, maybe because they don't like the Chiefs' success, but the truth is there. The Chiefs are going for their third Super Bowl win in a row, and that's something everyone knows. Ever since we won the Super Bowl last year, the talk about the three-peat began. We've had a unique season, and some say we look weaker than before, but that's funny because last year we looked way worse than this. For some reason, people seem to forget that. But here's the thing. The Chiefs have won 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. In 2020, they beat the San Francisco 49ers, and in 2023, they won against the Philadelphia Eagles. Sure, in 2021, we lost to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers because of injuries, and in 2022, we didn't make it to the Super Bowl because of a second-half collapse. But still, it's been an insane run for the Chiefs. What they've never done, though, is win 3 Super Bowls in a row. And that's exactly what they're aiming for now. The Chiefs have already done so much. They've made history. And that's why I believe Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs know exactly what's at stake. If they pull this off, they could cement themselves as the greatest team of all time, in any sport. And not just that, Patrick Mahomes could solidify himself as the greatest of all time, even surpassing Tom Brady. That's huge. No team has ever done it, and only a few teams even had the chance. Out of the 8 teams that were in the hunt for a three-peat, 3 of them didn't even make the playoffs, and a lot of the others got knocked out early in the division rounds or the AFC Championship. No team in NFL history has made it to the Super Bowl while chasing 3 titles in a row. If the Chiefs pull this off, they'll make history in a way no one has ever done before. We know who the Chiefs are, though. Even when history is against them, they still find a way to win. This team has the chance to do something that might never be done again, and if I had to pick a team to make it happen, it would be this Kansas City Chiefs squad. Everything starts with the Buffalo Bills. The real run for the Chiefs begins now, and they're getting closer every game. There are a few players who will give everything they've got in that AFC Championship game. Guys like Kareem Hunt, Hollywood Brown, and DeAndre Hopkins have never won a Super Bowl, so you know they're going to leave it all on the field. Another reason why the Chiefs are so hungry for this three-peat is Travis Kelce. There's talk that Kelce might retire if the Chiefs win it all. Imagine going out with a 3rd ring. That could be it for him. That's why the Chiefs are going to want this more than ever. I know history isn't on our side, and everyone's aware of that. But here's the thing. It starts with beating the Buffalo Bills. We've got to get past them, plain and simple. We have the advantage over the Bills, and Patrick Mahomes has been saying since last year that the Chiefs are going to three-peat. He's kept his promises before, and I believe he'll keep this one too. But to make it happen, we're going to need some players to really step up. Especially with how crucial this game is. Kelce was obviously the star of the last game. He took over and showed why he's one of the best. But it's not just about him. I want to see Isaiah Pacheco step up. In the years we've won back-to-back Super Bowls, Pacheco has been a key part of the Chiefs' offense. He exceeded all expectations after being picked late in the 2022 NFL Draft. Unfortunately, an injury set him back a bit. He missed 10 regular season games after suffering a fractured fibula in Week 2 against the Bengals. His production has been limited because of that. In the win over the Texans, Pacheco struggled to get the run game going, but that could be due to the line changes, with Joe Thuney filling in at left tackle. It might have been tough for Pacheco to find his rhythm with that adjustment, but moving forward, the Chiefs need to establish a balanced attack. We can't afford for the offense to wear out quickly. Another key player who's going to need to step up is DeAndre Hopkins. We all know what Hopkins is capable of. His skills speak for themselves. In the game against Houston, Hopkins was kept in check and didn't record a single catch, although he was targeted once. Andy Reid should definitely get him more involved. It would be a huge boost to the Chiefs' offense if Hopkins could make an impact early, especially since Buffalo will likely focus more on Kelce after the Texans game. We also saw George Karlaftis play well against the Texans, but I need to see him step up again. The whole defensive line has to be ready to face someone like Josh Allen. We all know how dangerous Josh Allen is. He can run, extend plays, and make time in the pocket. The Chiefs need everyone on defense to be ready for him. Now, if the Chiefs pull off the three-peat, it's going to be legendary, and anyone on the way to this victory better be ready for it. I'm talking Cancun on 3. If the Chiefs win it all, we're all celebrating. And for me, that means getting a Chiefs tattoo. Yup, mark my words. If the Chiefs three-peat, I'm getting a Chiefs tattoo. I don't know exactly how I'll design it yet, or where I'll put it, because I already have a bunch of tattoos, but I'm definitely doing it. So, remember this moment. The Chiefs are going to three-peat, and I'm going to get that tattoo to prove it. When we talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, there are a lot of factors that go into the three-peat. For one, Patrick Mahomes hasn't turned the ball over in, 8 games? And as a team, the Chiefs haven't turned the ball over in 8 games either. If we play a clean game, that's a huge advantage, especially when facing the Bills. In their game against the Ravens, even with 4 turnovers, they only lost by 2 points thanks to a rare drop by Mark Andrews. The Ravens didn't even punt during the game. So, the Bills' defense definitely has its weaknesses. It's been a pretty weak unit this year, and whenever they've faced good teams, they've been exploited. I'm not sold on this Bills' defense at all. Now, their offense, I do believe they've got a solid offense. That's the one part of their team I respect. But outside of Stephon Diggs and James Cook, I don't trust their weapons. If we game plan to limit those guys, we can definitely win. The key is stopping Josh Allen from making big plays with his legs and stopping him from converting on 3rd and long situations. If we shut down those basics, we'll have this game in the bag. The pressure, though, is really on the Bills. The Chiefs care about the three-peat, of course, but we're not obsessing over it. We're focused on taking it one game at a time. The Bills, on the other hand, are feeling the heat. Josh Allen can't afford to lose this game, and on top of that, he has to come into Arrowhead, one of the toughest places to play. The stadium will be rocking with the Chiefs having a chance to three-peat. The atmosphere will be insane. So, I just don't see many ways the Bills win this game. For them to have a chance, Josh Allen would have to play a perfect, mistake-free game and score on every drive. But let's be honest, that's just not going to happen. The Chiefs are ready, and they won't let us down. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs on this one, and we'll be one step closer to that three-peat. From there, it's Super Bowl time, the real deal. As for the Bills' defense, don't believe the hype. It's very overrated. A lot of people don't realize it, but I see through it. Their defense is nothing compared to the Texans' defense, which was a real test. The Texans played a tough game, but the Bills? Nah, not even close. The Chiefs are going to have a field day when they watch the film. The Bills' defense just isn't on the same level as Houston's. They don't have a player like Sauce Gardner or Will Anderson or anyone who can cause that much disruption. People didn't understand what we were up against with the Texans' defense. That defense wasn't easy to beat. That's one of the toughest defenses the Chiefs have faced in the playoffs. Now, when it comes to McDermott's defense, that's where the concern lies. McDermott always chokes against the Chiefs. Every time. The Bills' defense had so many lapses in coverage against the Ravens, and they didn't generate much pressure. I'm telling you, the Bills didn't get nearly enough pressure, and that's going to hurt them. So, I don't know what you guys think, but I'm confident in saying that the Bills' defense is mediocre. It's just not going to be enough to stop a Chiefs team that's playing for a three-peat. We're putting everything into this playoff run, and if the Bills are missing some key guys on defense, it's only going to make things worse for them. They always seem to have bad luck when they play us, and they've got a habit of players getting injured at the worst time. Let's hope that doesn't happen this year, though, so we can beat the Bills fair and square. Also, remember, Josh Allen is 0-3 against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. If the Bills lose this one, it'll be 0-4. This will be the 4th loss, and it will be the official start of the 4 Falls of Buffalo. just like how the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. Last year, they had their 3rd loss when that wide right field goal missed, and now this year, it'll be the 4th loss. Anyway, that's it for this video. It's been your boy, Chiefs Priority. I'm out, man. Peace. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I'll be posting videos like this throughout the month. Peace.